before Look Ahead, I used to bar manage. That was my role for 16 years working in hospitality, and I felt like I had some translatable skills. I spent a lot of time helping customers with like home applications and DWP forms, and I thought, well, I can actually do this as a job and actually help people, because I didn't really think I was benefiting it while doing it at the bar. So I've kind of moved over to actually supporting people directly now.
I think you could say that this was more of a vocation than a career step as such. I dabbled in many different things: hospitality, film, gardening, many different things, which probably has stood me in good stead to bring into the role at different times as well.
I worked in John Lewis part-time, and I was a part-time estate agent, and it was someone that I knew that had sort of said, you know what, I think you'd be great sort of supporting people, particularly sort of the younger generation. There was quite a lot going on in my area, what we're seeing today in terms of sort of knife and gun crime. So essentially I thought it'd be quite nice to get in and, you know, be able to talk to children and hopefully deter them from crime.
Previously worked in the motor trade for about 15 years, and I decided, having done that for quite a long time, been quite successful, that I wanted to do something completely different, and I wanted to work essentially with mental health.
My first job in the world of housing and support was working in a homeless persons unit in Westminster, helping rough sleepers off the streets, trying to get them into places like Look Ahead. In fact, Look Ahead were one of the organisations we used to refer to. That was my very first job in housing.
Unfortunately, I'd led an erratic lifestyle and I was in active addiction myself until age 38. They allowed me to find a pathway that brought forward some of my transferable skills and gave me a purpose, and that supports my own recovery.
I studied clinical psychology, so I have a master's degree in clinical psychology, and I was looking for opportunities regarding that area, and in Portugal it's not very easy at that moment, so I decided to do a change, and I came actually to the UK.
It's funny, actually, when I first started at Look Ahead, I started off at Colebrook Hostel, so the homelessness service, and I was only there for about 2 weeks. I don't even think it was that long, and an opportunity came up at the refuge, and obviously domestic abuse is quite a big part of my life and background, and being a service user myself once upon a time, I kind of got it, and Yvette offered me a chance to have a look and see how it went, so I did some shadowing and I haven't left. I'm still there. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've got a good understanding of the customers and what they're going through being in a refuge. I've been on both sides of the door. So yeah, it just makes it easier for me to engage with them and approach them and deliver support.
Social issues, one of the big issues that clients face in the community once they discharge from hospital. And so I was very interested, and then I tried to explore the voluntary sector, and Look Ahead appealed to me because of the values they have, and it's correlate with the values of the NHS as well, like partnership work and caring.
Working is for complex needs, yes, so they're really they're like diverse, mental health issues, drug addiction, alcohol, some have attempted suicide, and there's others who've just been kicked out of their homes by their wives. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Some they come from deprivation, but a lot of them are really difficult. But oddly enough, I've always liked difficult people, so that doesn't put me off at all. I'm not fazed by that at all. If anything, I'll always pick the difficult customers. If someone says I can't work with that person, I'll say I'll do it, because I always want to see if I can do it.
So I suppose what attracted me is not just working with people, but working with a client group which has really been marginalised from society. You know, we at my service particularly, we work with the people that everyone else seems to have forgotten about.
I really always wanted to help people, so after university I was thinking, what am I good at? And I really love helping people and working with people. So the opportunities to work with young people is what really pushed me to apply for the role.
So I was studying psychology at university, and towards the end of my degree I knew that I wanted to work in mental health. Mental health recovery work was really dead on, like somewhere I needed to start. No 2 days are the same. It's a really fast-paced environment, but it's really, really interesting.